Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing? So this is week 1 of June's movie Marquee challenge that I'm doing with Sandy from Crochet Canada. If you are just joining us for this, we started this in January. It is a monthly challenge that we are doing where we've taken turns drawing movies that we've picked out at the very beginning of the year. And we take the movie posters and show you guys the movie posters and have taken the colors from them and are doing projects for inspiration. This back here actually is my January one. The movie was one of Sandy's movies. It was Silence of the Lambs. And I did a blanket from that. I'm doing a blanket for all of them. Sandy has done a lot of different things so far. She's very versatile and doing a bunch of different things. Yeah, we also have Facebook groups. I'm trying to do like a fast thing of it because I know most of you guys that have been around by now have already been around and already know what we are doing. But for everybody new, I just want to do like a quick, here's the lowdown of it, We have Facebook groups that are linked down below. And each month when we show you guys the movie and the movie poster, we invite you guys to join along with us and make a project. It doesn't have to be a blanket or anything big. It can be, some people are doing a square month and that kind of thing, and then presumably joining them together to make a blanket after the end of the year. It could be like something small, like a little amigurumi, like a little monster or something if you want for the month, or anything that you want, like anything. Sky's the limit. A hat, a cowl, whatever you want to do, and just inspired from the movie poster colors, whatever draws your attention the most or whatnot. Sometimes they're very colorful, sometimes they're less colorful. Yeah, and that's the lowdown of it. And if you want to post it in our groups, then we would love that. There's been some pretty cool entries, like things that people have shown off. Pretty cool indeed. I know I always geek out hardest when it's like my movies, not just my movies, but like of my movies, a lot of them that I've picked are like nostalgia geek out kind of movies, or like movies with like some of my favorite actors in. So I'm like a geek out big thing. So I geek out pretty hardcore about some things that you guys have done, like when I had Lost Boys for mine, I was like, oh my god, Lost Boys, everything, that was, I think our February one was my Lost Boys pick. But that being said, before I show you this month, I did say I was going to show you, I did finally finish last month that I was straggling behind on because I had a lot of stuff going on that we won't get into for last month. But last month, Sandy had picked Purple Rain, the Prince movie, and I did finish it. Here is the final product. I decided to go without a border, and I did decide to add on an extra 3 strips from the pattern that I had picked. But yeah, it turned out it's very vintagey 80s to me. And I will throw in a picture somewhere around in here of the, I usually hang it up draped on my French doors going from room to room. And it's a pretty decent length. I am trying to make smaller blankets, and I think I achieved it fairly well. Like, I'm making throws, they're on the bigger side just because I do still like to make sure, if I'm covering up with it, I want to be able to tuck it in and all that. But they're not like giant, you can burrito yourself up in them size. So I think I'm making progress on that. And I have definitely still been able to only use stuff from home, from my collection, which was a big goal of mine also. So this has been an absolute joy to work with. I love it so very much. Hopefully you guys like the end product. I know that you guys really liked it as I was putting it together, and I'm super happy about that. There's half of it. But yeah, I ended up being pretty darn proud of that one. So, but I thought I would show it since I told you that I would. So, this was my pick this month, and this month I drew Free Guy, which here's the poster for it, and as you can see, there's a lot going on. It's quite a busy action-packed looking cover. I super love this movie. I thought when I watched it, not to give too much of it away, but when I first watched it, I did see it in the theaters, and I had to buy it as soon as it came out, because I loved it. Not just because, but I went to go see it because Steve from Stranger Things, Joe Keery, is in it, and Ryan Reynolds is the main star technically, but Joe Keery plays a pretty big part also, and it was a pretty big. Like, Stranger Things is a show, not a movie, so I'd say it's one of Joe Keery's, it's probably his biggest movie to date. Like, I really loved Spree. I think we've talked about that before in my hashtag movie Stitch challenge. I picked that for my S movie, but I wouldn't call that movie like a big movie. I liked it, but Free Guy was huge, right? So, I forgot where I was going with that, but I really like it anyway. And I know it is people have said it's on Amazon Prime as, not as like a free rental kind of thing for Prime members, but as like a rent or a buy or whatever. You can get it on Amazon streaming anyway. It's not on like Netflix or anything as far as I know. Like I said, I don't know because I bought the DVD, so like I had to have it as soon as it came out. If you like comedies, which I rarely like comedies and action, like I like, my horror and suspense and things like that. So when I thought I would only like it because Joe was in it, and I ended up just really liking it. This movie is funny. It's so funny. It's got some action in it and all that good stuff, but it's so funny. And I'm not a Ryan Reynolds girl. I will go on record right now as saying that. I'm not. But it's a really funny movie. If you have the opportunity to watch it, I highly, highly suggest watching it. I highly suggest it. Anyway, so you've seen the movie poster now. You've heard my rant about it. So what I decided to do for my project, we're already 8 minutes in, and I've already just been gushing about this movie. I wanted to obviously incorporate a lot of the colors, and I'm like staring at the colors. I used quite a bit of the colors that I saw that I decided to pick out from my scrap bins, because my scrap bins have a lot of like things that, this one is not from my scrap bins, but things that I may throw in my scrap bins are like this big. Like maybe I've used some and it's a little floppy, and then that's it. Like, it's not a full skein, so it's in there, but I know that I can use this for a lot of things, right? It's not really a scrap, but it's used. And then I have another container of actual little, like, small scraps for different things. For, like, if I ever do some amigurumi and I need some eyeballs, I have little scraps. When I said I had just a little bit of white left before, I have little scraps of white. I did find another white that I had when I thought I didn't have any more for the Red Guardian squares that I did. I had this much white. This is another scrap, obviously, but I had this much white, and this is one of the colors that I'm using. This is I love this yarn in the color, it's probably just white. It is. It's just white. And like, obviously I've used this for something else at some point, and it was sitting in my scrap bin. So I'm using this, trying to flop it together so it doesn't unravel on me. Using this, I am using, and this was from her jacket on the cover. There's a couple white things. There's like the explosion, I think, has white clouds in it. This is a big twist value that's also a partial. It's just in the color orange. So pretty floppy skeins here. And then this one was left over from my Hopper log cabin blanket last year. I had to bust into a second or a third one. This is another big twist value, and it is in the color chocolate brown. You can see my scheme. You can see what colors I'm picking out so far, right? Now things get a little bit different. This is an I Love This yarn in the color Hot Rose. Remember the bunny? And then, let's see, there's a lot of big twist value going on because there had been a sale, like one of the, I think, Thanksgiving sales where they were like $1 or $1.25. And I got like a lot of, I thought at the time I would get a lot of different colors and have them in at least pairs. And I was like, I'll use them. And so far I haven't used them. So I was like, I'm going to use them. And this is the perfect project. So these were all scraps to use up. This one I've had just for quite some time, and I'm not even sure why I have this, but I had it. And then these next two are from that sale. So this is in the color Cornflower Blue. Another big twist value, like I said. And this is definitely Ryan Reynolds' shirt. Hopefully it shows up the right color, but this is definitely his shirt. So now we've got all of this happening. I have the big twist value in Sapphire, which is, I believe, the Free Guy. It's the sky for sure, and it's part of the font, I think, is pretty close to this color. So now we're up to this. One more color. Oh, I just showed it to you. It's the black. Okay. So this is my color palette that I'm working on with this blanket. Now, you're probably like, Heather, what the? Yeah. And that's what I'm like too, to be fully honest with you. But, okay, hear me out. Hear me out. If you have seen the movie, or if you don't mind spoilers, a slight spoiler, it has to do with video games. Sort of. Like, it is set in a video game-ish world. Like, part of it is in the real world, part of it is in a video game-esque. It doesn't look like a video game, but it is set in a video game setting. That's as spoilery as I'm getting. So I thought, because of that, and because I didn't finish on time, that's the second time now I haven't finished on time. The first time, I had a lot of stuff going on, and it was a short month. This time around, I had a lot of stuff going on, but that was it. It wasn't a short month. So I just want to make sure I'm able to finish. Because in June, I mean, now that the summer's hit, I just need to be watchful, mindful, etc. Because frankly, I'm just not doing a lot besides this blanket and work and then sleeping. And I have other things coming up that I'm going to do an update video and show you guys or tell you guys about because I'm really excited. But like, I have a lot of things coming up to share with you guys. Things that involve you guys, things that you guys, at least I hope you guys want to know about my life. So I wanted to keep this a simple pattern, but not too simple, because do I ever do anything too simple? So what I did was I decided if I did a mitered granny square, because I thought, oh, granny square, I don't want to do it too simple, but a mitered granny square might have like the pixelated look of like an old school graphic for games. That was my thought with it. And have the blocky look of that, you know, the old schooly type stuff. I know it's a little bit of a stretch, but that's where my mind went with it. And it just had an offset design, you know, so it was a little more interesting to look at, I guess. And I could incorporate the different colors into the middle of the miter square and have the more occurring blues be the bigger theme. So, and you know I'm doing the continuous join. Hello. So the continuous join is being done in this color. And what I've done, like I'll show you, I finished the centers on the oranges. So I've got centers here. I've got one more center done here. And then I do have finished blocks, obviously, of one of each color otherwise, because I've joined them together to give you an idea of what it'll look like. But here's what I've got so far. And right up until the point that I joined these, I was like, oh, people are not going to like this. I hope I like it. I don't know. But I'm digging these colors. I am digging it. I know the brown looks pretty dark. When I hold it up closer, it looks a little bit like you can tell that it's brown. And in real life, you can tell that it's brown. But like without the pink especially, to me, this looks so like 60s, 70s looking. Especially before I put the darker blue on there. Like a blanket like that would be so cool. I love it. But even with the pink, I really love this. And then, like, I mean, when you imagine it closed and with the blue, like the dark blue continuing in the border or something, I love it. I'm totally digging it. I had thought about doing it arranged, so like these squares were all together, like making one big colored square. Does that make sense? Like instead of the white being here, the white would be here. And then I'd have here. That makes sense, right? Like a big square color. But I think that would only look cool if I didn't have this blue joining them. And I'm doing my continuous joins. So, but that's what I have so far anyway. I really like it. I hope you guys like it. I really think the colors look good. And of course, I had to do black in the middle of all of them because the black represents Joe Keery's character because he's got his whole black t-shirt and everything in the cover. I don't know, I just really, and him and Ryan Reynolds had to be on all of them. Like I said, I'm not a Ryan Reynolds girl, but he is the main character. And to me, that blue just went well with everything too. So, but Joe Keery's the star for me, so he had to be on all of them too. Plus the black set it off really well. So I don't know, I'm proud of it. I like it so far. We'll see how it looks when it's done, but yeah, that's what I got. So hopefully you like it. Hopefully you guys that have watched the movie do like it. I've seen comments where some of you guys did watch it and that you liked it. So like I said, I definitely recommend it. I don't think out of all the movies that I have for the year, I don't think I recommend another one more. Like I really honestly think you guys will enjoy this one. So yeah, definitely let me know if you watch it and if you like it, or even if you don't like it, but let me know if you watch it. Oh no. Got it. All right. I guess I'm going to end on that note, and I will do my, I don't know what to call it, exciting news video next. But all right, I will talk to you guys later. Make sure to go to Sandy's channel and check her out also if you have not yet. You'll want to like and subscribe and everything to her channel also. And that way you can see all the coolness that she's doing with these movies. And she's got something interesting in mind. So I can't wait to see her week 1 update video. So, all right, I will talk to you guys soon. I love you. Bye, guys.